The components for the Nova 01 unmanned airship have arrived. Let's start with the main components. We've got two marching motors arrived with 10 kilowatts, that's about 13-14 horsepower. They can lift up to 35 kilograms. They have IP33 waterproofing, which allows them to avoid critical splashes, moisture, but they will be protected by a fairing as well. A controller like this one with a rated frequency of 620 Hz is also connected to it. It allows you to control the speed of the shaft. The propulsion system also uses servo motors with a torque of 400 kilograms per centimeter. The servo motors allow us to change the thrust vector of the propulsion system to lift the airship aloft. We also have 3 servos that go to the tail to change the rudder course. The torque is 200 kilograms per centimeter. The stern thruster uses 2 motors like this. They are 800 watts, which is about 1 horsepower. We use these controllers on them. They also allow us to control the speed of the shaft. The motors and controllers have a higher IP57 moisture protection. We use these propellers on the stern thruster. Their length is 500 millimeters. They rotate at a speed of 3 to 5,000 and their thrust is 10 kilograms. Next we have the air and gas system. This is our refueling valve. Thanks to it, we fill helium into our airship. Also in the air gas system we have an air feeding unit. It has an electric motor in it. And we connect this controller to the electric motor, which also allows us to regulate the speed. In the chassis we will use fiberglass tubes due to their mechanical characteristics. It's very simple, they're very light, strong and easy to bend without losses and cracks. We will install wheels on them with self-orienting mechanism. We will carry out defect analysis and replace elements at the wheels. We have also received samples of fabric from China, also domestically produced. Now we will test them in laboratory conditions and we will make shells of the unmanned airship from them. Here we have components for the onboard computer. It will be produced in the number of 3. One is reserve, one for the airship itself, and one for ground control. Here we have motherboards, RAM, M2 drives, and processors. Now I'm going to show you a 3D model of the Nova 01 airship. It will be 130 cubic meters. I'll show you the rudder turning mechanism. Here is our servo drive with a torque of 200 kilograms per centimeter. A mechanism for transferring motion to the rudder itself. We also have our wheel here with a self-orienting mechanism. On the stern unit we will have 2 electric motors, thrust propellers. Black color indicates our electric motors and the red color indicates our controllers. Thanks to these units we will maneuver and navigate. Here we have the propulsion system. Here we have our 2 thrusters with controllers inside the fairing. By changing the position of the marching motor, we can change the thrust vector. The airship will have an air gas system on it. It is depicted in detail here. Here we have the air feeding units. Here we have the air release valves. They will inflate the balloon inside the airship, which allows us to adjust its flight altitude. Actually, the airship is completely ready in the layout of the 3D model. What remains to be done is to coordinate everything with the management and start manufacturing. We are rather making Nova 01 for testing production technologies. The airship itself will be at the height of 500 meters and fly at a speed of up to 80 kilometers. We have manufactured a simulator for flying airships. The simulator allows us to practice landings, takeoffs, and also to understand the physics of flying our airship. This simulator allows future pilots to understand all the mechanics, all the physics of our airships, because all these parameters are incorporated here. We can edit the wind speed and its direction.